Yo guys, so you already know today we're back playing some more Inescapable. On the last time we continued our investigation as we tried talking to people. We didn't get a lot of cooperation. I think a lot of that is because people don't trust Mia. I guess people don't trust me as well, but I really do think that Mia is the problem here. Ava did wake up, so Ava is okay for now. I really hope that she stays okay. But we shall see. I don't really know who we can like talk to that will like actually hear us out. I'm sure Annika will, but I don't know if she's gonna have any like information for us. But I feel like we should just do our due diligence and talk to everybody that's available. Haven't seen Annika this sad before.
It's not like
and I know you're upset, but we should discuss the attack. Annie can gather herself up, maybe. We'll be brief, I promise. Well, however Annie can help Annie well. Much appreciated, Annie. To say it's unfortunate is an understatement, but for the sake of all of us, we have to see this through.
However,
The only thing we can do now is bring justice. Annie understands. It's for Valerie. Annie's heartbroken in many, many pieces. Valerie still has blood on Annie's clothes. Can we help you with that in any way? Maybe Lumi knows some solution.
I'm serious.
Or we can ask for stronger detergent from producers. Annie tried. Annie tried many things. The white is hard to wash. Annie had blood all over. The front's hard. It's hard to clean white. And there's so much blood. So much. Perhaps it's best if we take a break from maid stuff.
However,
You've been busy taking care of everything. Even now, did you eat today? Yes, Annie ate 4 hours ago. But if Annie stops, someone else might suffer. There's a lot of bacteria. Not everyone eats properly. Guessing everyone is still a bit shaken, but that's just another reason why we've got to be diligent. You should take control of the situation and find some order. In that sense, it's appreciated you are helping out with cleaning and cooking. Annie does what Annie's always had to do. Annika hopes everyone will be okay. She had blood all over her face. Annie's beautiful makeup. She'll be fine, I'm sure of it. She just needs rest and recover. Lumi also said that. Annie couldn't clean her hair properly, but now that she's awake, Annie can help. Since Ava feels a bit better, Annie will do spa care treatment with her. And Ava would cheer up a bit. Annie hopes. Her care seems genuine, but it's too early to exclude anyone. For all I know, she could be the greatest actress of all time. Maybe the least expected one did it. A turn of the screw, I feel.
seriously.
Let's talk about a bit about that day. Did you notice anything strange with Valerie? Ava was having a good day. She ate mango by the pool early on. After breakfast, Annie didn't see Ava. What about Val? Valerie skipped fika with Annie. She was very upset. Angry, maybe? Valerie and Annie have fika now and then in the afternoon. She never drinks coffee at that hour. Annie always brings 2 cubes of sugar for Valerie's tea. Is that a routine? Does it happen daily? Not as much as Annie would like. Not that Annie goes to fika alone. Annie misses the daily newspaper from Sweden. We can get free newspaper in Sweden. Maybe in the future you could go to fika with me, Annie. Annie would like that. Annie can make you the lemon tea, like. Oh, so thoughtful. How quaint. She seems to have an exceptional memory. Very good at memorizing details. Annika has to. It's part of Annika's job to memorize. Routines, exceptions, allergies, preferences, even schedules. Interesting. What were you doing that day? Annie was busy with the daily tasks of cleaning and cooking. Annie didn't sleep very well and was a bit slow. Annie took a small break after talking with Lumi in the afternoon at 5:25. Okay. After Lumi's coffee, everything went into chaos. Then Valerie... Annie should never take a break. That way nobody else would die. You did all you could to help Annika. As we said, it's greatly appreciated.
Looking back.
Particularly now when things are most difficult. Annie hopes... Annie doesn't feel too good.
What are you
Don't push yourself too hard either. If you can't take care of yourself, how will you take care of somebody else? Harry's right. Love yourself as much as you love others. Annie will try. If only Annie had some Lord's Goddess. Try that again? Yes, it's just candy, but it makes Annie happier. We can still have some sweets in the pantry, but if not, just ask the producers. There's no doubt they won't comply, particularly in this situation.
Annie helps.
Annie will try. Licorice would be delicious now. Annie's mouth is already tasting better. Try to get some rest after. Okay, I don't know if we learned like new information. I was a little interested about when she said 5:25. I don't remember what time it was, like when the bodies were found. But if we can start making that timeline, that would be really nice. What do you think? My heart tells me that she's truly innocent, but I know that's how we trap ourselves. I've seen this before in some shows. I thought the same. She really did put in a lot of work, however. What's more curious is that, and Lumi would be so proud of me right now, I think she has hyperthymesia or some weird case of it. I think where people remember stuff really well. Hyperthymesia? Cousin of my mom's has this condition. They remember almost everything as if it just happened. It could be Annika has the same condition or some degree of it.
I'm serious.
That could be, but don't exclude the possibility she's lying. Or just a really good maid and a strong memory. Either case, until we can verify with proof, it remains just hearsay. So Annika and Valerie's dynamic is somewhat uncanny to begin with.
Strange.
Also,
Well,
if you think of maid and high class, you know that social level difference. I doubt both of them being here is just a coincidence in that regard.
Goodish.
That's true. They are a weird dynamic.
sure.
I don't want to fall on any theory, however. For now, let's just keep in mind what Annika said. If she really does have an exceptional memory, that will help a lot. Let's get going, but there's so much left. Wow, there's so much to do and unravel. Okay. So we got that. Where are we going next? Looks like we do get the choice. Who... Have we talked to Lumi? I don't remember if we learned anything from Lumi or not. I'm gonna go talk to Lumi. Because I don't remember if we've interrogated her yet.
Strange.
We should talk to Lumi now. See what she can tell us about her whereabouts during the attack. Okay, I don't think we've had this conversation. Let's talk to her.
Mate.
Hi. Hey. Oh, hi. Is Ava gonna be okay? In the long run, I mean. She's completely stable now. On the day she was found, we did what we could with the first aid kit. Namely the IV fluids and the bandages. Annika did the bandaging under my supervision. The wound wasn't deep. No organs were perforated, but the recovery of the inflicted wound will take some time. We can expect a full recovery at this point. If she accepts complete rest now to let her body heal itself. I'm glad she's better now. I just hope you're right. There was some blood loss. Also, according to Annika, prior dehydration state caused by prolonged stay outdoors under the sun without the proper consumption of liquids. I suspect a hypovolemic shock. Care to explain what that means? In layman's terms, it's a progressive shutdown response for the body due to blood loss or loss of other important fluids. The victim gets tachycardic. Yeah, they get a fast heart rate, and eventually confusion, weakness, and unconsciousness. So the priority was to stop the blood loss and replace the lost fluids. Like I said, the first goal was achieved. The second is still in progress. You really know your medical terms. I'm various years away from being a professional in that area. As far as I know, you are a chemistry graduate, not a medical student. Exactly. Thank you, Lumi. Who knows what Ava's state would be without your help? Hope there's nothing less charitable behind that help. No problem. Where were you when they were attacked? I was reading a bit about the latest research on... Oh my gosh. Lumi, please shorten your words. Polyhydroxycanotes. Say what? Natural polyesters. Traditional industries overuse aromatic polymers and polyesters that are processed from aromatic hydrocarbons present in non-renewable resources or sources or whatever it said. Besides the less ecological nature of these materials, there are also practical limitations in analysis. Require strong electron-donating co-solvents for analysis. Like in proton, nuclear, magnetic, resonant... I'm sorry, it's all probably very interesting, but I don't think I get any of it. Did anyone see you studying? Well, I think I brought me coffee approximately 15 minutes before Mia's scream. Are you sure about that estimate? It depends on what you think sure means. I'm 98% certain of the information I gave. Okay, thank you for all the information.
Sure.
Thank you. No problem. Okay. Now we're in Valerie's room. First time in Val's room. Really didn't think it'd be this simple looking. Then again, my room is also. I guess I was expecting a perfumery of sorts, or maybe a bloodbath. What are we looking for exactly? Messages, notes, a diary? Anything that could connect her to someone else. So I'll look at anything suspicious. Let's see. At first glance, the place looks neat. Some plushies on the bed, lots of books and magazines, hair products, a mannequin, some paper and pencil on the table.
Seriously.
You can check the books. I'll look at the sketches and notes. Give me a second to see what she's been reading. A lot of papers and notebooks on the table. Sketches. They all look like dresses. Very flowy and puffy gowns, actually. Kind of gothic, if you ask me. I didn't know Val had such artistic talent. These are amazingly well drawn. All of them have notes. Makes me believe they're tailoring remarks. Val seemed to be really into fashion, even more design. I thought her passion was perfumes. Could I have been wrong about her? I should have looked more into the contestants. Now it's too late for Val.
Looking back.
There's a lot of fashion sketches here. She was designing dresses. Let me see. The books don't offer any clues. There's French and English literature. Very heavy literature, however. There's a mannequin here, too. I think Valerie was into fashion more than we think. You look surprised to see these sketches.
Oh my god.
These look very well done. On par with my artwork. Probably better than your artwork, Mia. Valerie was also an artist. Artists put a lot of soul into their work, I can tell. Dedicated to the craft. Looking around, it does seem like we barely knew Val. Plushies, comics. Was this really her? The room looks neat. She was meticulous in keeping things tidy. Look in the bed. There's more magazines. I think comics and plushies. Magazines look very cartoony. It reminds me a lot of anime. Even in Japanese or Korean or something. I just realized the plushies in the magazines. They are anime. Or, well, mangas. I didn't put two and two together, but I think that's a short anime show. Art is Warlock. Art is what now? A collab of various artists in a short series. As far as I know, the show features a lot of the same Lolita fashion style. And an otter? No, I don't think so. Why? The plush must be a random toy then. Check the drawers. I'll look at the nightstand. Alright, however, so far no clue. I only feel more alienated. I didn't know Val watched anime. Oh yes, piecing two and two together, I figured. There's some magazines of anime fashion on the nightstand. Must have used them for inspiration.
Well,
Knew she was going to be an entrepreneur one day. With the perfume industry, that is. I had no idea she was so much into fashion. Why would she have a mannequin, though? We've only one set of clothes.
Strange.
Maybe sentimental value or just decoration? I feel like we don't have the entire story. Wow, perhaps in another lifetime I would have known you better. Alas, your story remains untold. The drawers are full of magazines, crossword puzzles, a thesaurus, another sketch pad, and more pencils, some fabric samples, I think.
Merkwürdig.
There's nothing here, unless it's written in some specific book. Nothing that looks like a journal either. Valerie was secretive, I believe. I don't know if she'd have written it down. But you're right, nothing here that would tell us who killed her or why.
I'm serious.
Harry, I'm thinking. She had to know both Don and I like anime. I wonder why she never spoke up. There's a lot of questions left unanswered, I feel. I knew I had to keep a close eye on everything. This just confirms my theory. Everyone here has something to hide. Now it's too late for Valerie. I'll take some of these notebooks with me and look through them better. See if there's anything of importance that we missed. Good idea. Let's keep all this to ourselves. Valerie kept all this secret for a reason. I feel she didn't open up. Maybe we didn't give her the chance. That and who knows what else. Alright. I think we're done here. Let's move on. Okay. Wonder how long we get to do this investigation before it just sort of moves on to the next thing. Is there anyone that we haven't talked to? Have we done a one-on-one with Isaac? I don't know if we have. Let's maybe confront him and see what he has to say.
Mundane.
I divine your approach, for I'm the mighty V Rizzle. That's your persona for the week or something? Foolish Time Walker, you might never know. Speak your mind. Let's talk a bit about Val's murder. The demise of yet another mortal. Wasn't yet another mortal, she was our friend.
However,
She was killed, and the killer's among us. It could have been you or me too, you know. But it wasn't. You don't seem upset over her death. You know what ineffable means, Harrison? I don't, actually. No, not quite. Even if I were to say I am tormented, what does that mean to you? How could you quantify my emotions? What do you judge it on? My face? How loud I cry? Or how many wrinkles I have? All of that can be faked. All of it can be just theatrics. You don't have a unit of measurement. No seconds or meters to count. Do not pretend you understand the implication of your very own words. Nor what it means for me to grieve or seem upset. Sorry, I didn't know you're actually sad.
I'm serious.
We would still like to talk about her death, however hard it may be. Anyone's a possible culprit until we can find out and prove who did it. It eases your feeble thoughts. I did not do it. I wouldn't kill with such distinct lack of artistry. That's good to know. Yeah, it's a weird way to say that. Let's start with where you were on that day. Remind me, when was it? November 18th. It really wasn't that long ago. You should remember. Ah, yes, of course, and fill my mind with useless information. So, where were you? That date, I was ensuring the gate between our worlds is safe. Could you be just a little bit more precise? Any more knowledge into mine shall crumble. It is so prepared. Dare not peer into the abyss, for it might peer back at you. If we don't get to the bottom of this, everyone's world will crumble. I think that's far more important.
Strange.
So you were nearby at least? You came pretty fast. Oh yes, certainly nearby. I heard the screams quite clearly. That puts him close to the crime scene.
Well,
What did you see? Was there anyone with you? I saw unfathomable potential wasted. Most of you could become so much more, but alas. Harry means who or what did you see regarding the murder, not us. I very much understand what Harry means.
Echt jetzt?
You're dodging the question. Not at all, I just answered in a way you didn't expect. That's kind of like dodging the question. Have we learned a lesson about expectations today?
seriously.
I was hoping it would be a lot easier to find out who did it. But it's surprisingly difficult when people are answering like this. Again, with the expectations. You think that I would just say, oh yes, you caught me?
Well,
I thought you said you didn't do it. Is that a rhetorical question then? Precisely. Another lesson on people. My, I'm so generous today. You see, when you peer beyond the veil, you gain unfathomable knowledge. I'm willing to share this with you when you are ready to learn the truth.
Merkwürdig.
And we should be thankful? And you should be thankful. Great, so about the murder, were you with anyone? Only me and my infinite self.
seriously.
Nobody can vouch for you then. Unless you trust Karth to scry that for you. Who to do what? Never mind, another world which you obviously can't see through. I shall wait patiently until the day when you may see beyond 2 meters ahead. You understand my genius then. The curse of mortal bindings. Time is ever so merciless. Time is not exactly helping, no. Perhaps you can pull some favors. You're asking too much, but I will impart one thing with you. The day was quiet, perhaps even more than usual. Between breakfast and my shouting, there was no activity. Okay. Once I returned, the deed was done already. I was gone for a good portion of the day. Maybe something happened then? So much for a great diviner. Much as I love being in 2 places at the same time, sometimes it is impossible. Hearing past the veil required all my attention. I have to be sure the passage is clear and I'm undetected.
I'm serious.
All alone? All alone. Super, that's great to hear. Oh, you hollow one. You'll one day return to me in desperation. Mark my words. I highly doubt there's more to the story. From what I understand, he was alone and saw nobody since breakfast. Too much to ask for this to be just a wee bit easier. Thanks for everything, Isaac. We'll continue on our way. Enjoy whatever you were doing, mighty sorcerer. Wizard, I was not born with magical aptitudes. I had to fight tooth and claw to break past mediocrity. Now flee before you annoy me further. Don't rattle your wand. We're going. Have we talked to everybody? I think we've essentially talked to everybody, but we haven't done, like, I think our talk with Giovanni was a story encouraged talk. It wasn't us going out of our way. So I think we should follow up with Giovanni. I also don't remember if Sasha was one that we went out of our way for, and Dan, actually. I think we did, but I don't remember. But we're gonna follow up with Giovanni. Just to see, I don't know.
However,
There he is, Harry. Just be careful, okay? It's Giovanni we're talking with. We don't know how he'll handle interrogation. You won't hurt us in broad daylight. Giovanni, can we talk a bit? You two, eh? Heard you going around talking with people alone. We're just trying to gather information and see this through. Whatever. Do your roleplay, pup. It's for the best of all of us, Giovanni. We'll find out who did it and fix this. Yeah, sure you will, boyo. That's sarcasm?
strange.
Why are you so against helping out? Kiddo, do you mind? I'm working out. And we're trying to find the killer. What then, huh? What will you do with them after? You don't think too much. There's no police here. What do you want to know? How I killed her? Who's going to arrest me? Oh, what? That's surprisingly easy. None confessed before, really? Oh boy, I'm making a joke.
But
Shouldn't be making jokes when someone died, Gio. How do you know that? Maybe that's how I cope.
Well,
I think what Mia means is that you're very calm about this.
I'm serious.
Even in the mood for jokes. Of course. Do you have any idea how many people I saw killed? There's one more girl on the list. Not sure if he's hiding some feelings or this is true.
However,
Girl whose name you know and spend time with. Yeah, so, poor girl. Yeah, I'm devastated.
seriously.
You don't sound devastated. I internalized a lot of my problems. Yeah, Harrison, and people in general, really, like, you know, focus too much on, like, how people react to things. And, like, people do not react the same way to, you know, the same situations. And depending on your life experience and how many times you've gone through something like this, I mean, that can really change how you react to things like that. And you can't put a crime on somebody just because they're acting differently than how you would act. Sarcasm again, or maybe it's true, given he's here.
why?
Can you at least tell us where you were earlier? Visiting Louvre, drawing a mustache on Mona Lisa.
Well,
Right, obviously. It's in everyone's interest to solve this. Can you at least try a bit? What did you see or what did you hear before the murder?
Let me think.
You know those tiny things when you kind of close your eyes? Like little creatures that float in your sight. Giovanni, please be serious for a moment, just for a few questions.
it's not like
You have the
that.
most experience with murders. What do you think of this? Alright, fine, I'll help you. Then you can't say Giovanni isn't a nice guy.
Seriously.
Thanks, so?
Ascolta.
There's 2 girls attacked. Obviously someone tried to keep it quiet. What do you mean by that? The rooms are soundproof.
Listen.
Oh, kiddo, did I stutter? Listen. There were no people nearby, yeah?
React
Presumably. You can't really hear the screams, but you could maybe see activity. The killer probably got them before anyone could help when they were alone. You know, to hide their tracks. Keep sneaky. So others don't suspect anything.
strange.
That's a theory.
Ah,
Did you see either of them that day before the murder? Yeah. Ava was sunbathing by the pool. He's pretty crazy about her looks.
React
Don't you do the same thing? Of course. How do you think I knew? Makes sense. How's your relationship with Valerie? I said she's just there. It's a random kiddo in the bunch. She was too squeamish. Probably would have freaked out if she saw the blood. Not the strongest woman among us. Just a shame she was so young. Valerie had a strong personality. She was determined and confident.
Ascolta.
Maybe, but she was also the smallest among us. That's true. She was the smallest. What's your thought on the murder weapon?
Merda.
Excited to share questions, kiddo? Let me finish my workout.
I'm serious.
Just a few more, and kiddo, I said we're done. Bother someone else for a while.
well,
Gio, thanks for answering. Let's have another look around, yeah? Where else were you even gonna look around? I expect them to be cool. I wonder how much of what he's saying is true. He was dodgy with some answers, so I don't know. For a moment, there he seemed to lose that cool. We're gonna keep that in mind. Now it's the evening. Alright, we're still just sort of bouncing around. I was gonna... maybe we'll visit Dan? I don't remember if we had, like, an actual talk with Dan yet or not. But let's see. And sorry to bother, can we talk a little bit more, or a little bit about Val? Oh, yeah, right now? Yeah, it's the best that we get through this fast. Okay, I can do fast. I'm prepared. Prepared for interrogation?
no.
Yeah, got everything down. Easy for everyone. What do you want to start with? That's thoughtful. Bit sketchy. He prepared. Did he rehearse this to cover his tracks? How about we start with where you were and what you were doing? Alright, so, got up at 8 sharp, did my cleaning routine, continued with breakfast. I had cereals and fruit pieces. Right after I prepared my pre-workout snack and post-workout lunch. High protein as usual. This time it was cheese and chicken. Did you see anyone during breakfast time? Dan is actually answering very sketchy. Yeah, it did. I met briefly with Ava. She was setting up a snack for the pool. Anyone else? Oh, right. I think I saw Annika going in the kitchen as I left. I don't know if I saw anyone else.
React
Do you recall everything else like you did in detail? Sure do. Right after, I went to the gym. I was alone that morning. Well, depending on the weekday, I see either Giovanni, Lumi, or Ava. Sometimes more than one in various combinations. Anyway, often we end up training together. but because we had different workout days, plans don't always align. That day was like so. And you were alone in the gym? Yeah, it was fun though. I like training even when alone. The day was top focused, but I always start with light cardio. It was followed by 20 sit-ups and 20 ab crunches. I had 2 sets of 8 reps for triceps, I do dips. Followed with 3 sets of 15 bicep curls, 2 sets of rainbow slams, and 2 sets of dumbbell pullovers, both 10 reps. Last was Superman with an arm extension, 4 sets of 10 reps. Okay, I don't care. Most people focus on one thing. I tend to focus more on legs, for a good reason. But I still do universal training. Keeps the entire body healthy. Woo, flex. I want to know the details, but this is not exactly what I was thinking. Surprisingly accurate, even for a common routine. Be honest about it, or just use this as an excuse? Might be a routine he usually does, and just slapped it in here for cover-up. Was there anyone passing by, even if just briefly? Sorry, even if it was, I better not pay attention. I get really invested in my exercises. What did you do after? Oh yeah, sauna for 30 minutes. 10 and 10 intervals with 10 in between. I post-workout lunch outside. Went for a brief jog as a cool down. Immediately after, I went in the shower. When I came out, that's when I heard the screams. Seems plausible.
Sad.
Damn, poor Val. Still can't believe it. Could have been either of us, you know? If only I was here faster. I could have saved her, that's for sure. If it was me attacked, I would have put up a fight. No way the killer could have taken me down so easily. It's just me or Z talking more than usual. He really covers all his bases. Always the aspiring hero, but he is also one of the more physically fit here. Could have overpowered her easily, but is that the case for Ava? Did you see anything else noteworthy that day? Anything at all?
Hi.
Not nothing. It was a chill day. Kinda thinking everyone was just relaxing and stuff. I had planned to join Ava by the pool if she was still there, but like, heard the screams instead and rushed out. Run. The rest, you know? Sad. Really shame. Adradori. If only I was a bit faster. This just shows how super important it is to train. Don't beat yourself too hard. It was already too late at that point. Getting there earlier might have meant you'd be dead too. Unless he is the killer, in which case speed does help. Oh, Dan. You know how you and me text sometimes? Did you do that with Val too? Sometimes. Not as much luck with others. What about? It really depends. Like, cheese, I guess? Feels like Val's a people person. She doesn't text much. Did you text with Val that specific day? Nah, just Ava. Heck, Ava writes a lot. A lot. I just reply with smiley faces. Work smart. Smirk. I think that's pretty much how everyone reacts to Ava's messages. There's a lot of information already. It's best we mull over this a bit, make our gears turn. Thanks, Dan. It's been helpful.
Hi.
Yeah, cool. No problems. Let me know if how else I can help.
Mate.
Glad you answered openly.
I say.
If no rules, you can always ask me to aid you in the investigation, even if I'm a civilian. I'd love to help. Super excited for it. Headed for the murder? Yeah, sure. See you later in that case. We'll be on our way.
Hi.
Yeah, see ya. Okay, so Dan is at least, I think is probably the most suspicious, especially from Harrison's point of view. And I think we're going to start putting this together maybe on the next time, because Harrison is starting to have a theory and we'll also have a message. So we're going to check this stuff on the next time. I wonder if we're going to start putting it together now or if we need any more details. Because Harrison seems to suspect Dan. Dan is acting different. So it could be, but I don't know. I guess that's my guess, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully you are looking forward to seeing what comes of this. If so, let me know. But I will see you on the next time. So till then, peace out.